Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd family part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. It is a Wednesday, so of course that means it's time for another weekly top 10 countdown, and this one comes to us via by request, and I may not have the actual category exactly right, but I think I do. But sometime over the weekend, I want to say it was Sunday, but don't quote me on that. But sometime over the weekend, somebody commented and asked me if I would do a video about toxic fan bases in the NFL. For example, the Raiders. And that's not my example. That was the example in the comment that was left to me sometime over the weekend, and I said I would try. So maybe I don't have it exactly right, but it's close. But I've did a lot of countdowns about fan bases in the past, but most of mine are generally about college. This one's the NFL, and it's the most annoying NFL fan bases. And it's from ranker.com. And it was updated July the 10th of 2024 by Tucker DeSaunier. So it's about as up to date as you can get, July 10th, just over 2 months ago. And the reason why I did the most annoying NFL fan bases is because when I typed up the most toxic, the latest I could find was from like 10 years ago. A lot can change in that amount of time, but I did find one about the most annoying, and it was pretty up to date, and it also had the Raiders in the list. So to the commenter, if this is not the exact right category, I apologize, but it is the most annoying NFL fan bases from ranker.com and Tucker DeSaunier from July the 10th. Number 10, the San Francisco 49ers. And a lot of times, a lot of these teams, unless you live either in that area or close to that area, you really, for the most part, don't know how annoying a fan base is. I mean, there are a few teams in all sports, whether it's baseball, basketball, football, college, or pro, that have fans all around the world. So no matter where you live, you have met some of their fans. But there's a difference in meeting five Niner fans and meeting 500. And if you live in Portland, Maine, you've probably only met 4 or 5 Niner fans. So you're not going to know how annoying their fan base is as much as somebody in Portland, Oregon would know because they're right there. Number 9 is the Seattle Seahawks. Number 8, the New York Jets. Number 7, the Green Bay Packers. And number 6, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And before we talk about the top 5, let's recap 10 through 6. 49ers, Seahawks, Jets, Packers, Steelers. And this is the most annoying NFL fan bases from ranker.com, July the 10th, and Tucker DeSaunier. And I've never been to Wisconsin, never been to Green Bay, but just the stories I've heard, I can imagine how annoying their fan base would be, because they say there is absolutely nothing in Green Bay, Wisconsin outside of Packer football. So they eat, sleep, and breathe and repeat Packer football year round, not just during football season, but April and May. They actually have houses that are built right around the stadium where you can walk outside to your front porch and look and see Lambeau Field, because they eat, sleep, and breathe football, because there's nothing else going on in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And the Steelers, obviously their fans are going to be annoying because, they've been one of the winningest NFL franchises forever. And when you win on a regular basis, your fans become spoiled, and therefore, unless you're a fan of that team, the fans become very annoying to you because all they want to talk about is how good their team is. And if you're not a fan of that team, you don't want to hear it, especially if you're the rival of that team. You sure don't want to hear it. Number 5 is the Raiders. Number 4, the Chiefs. Number 3, the New England Patriots. Number 2, the Philadelphia Eagles. And number 1, the Dallas Cowboys. So according to Ranker.com and Tucker DeSaulnier, the Dallas Cowboys have the most annoying NFL fan base. And of course the Chiefs are going to be on there because they have definitely taken the Patriots' spot of being the dominant team in the NFL. Now it seems like they win the Super Bowl every single year. And as long as they're winning like that, their fans are going to be annoying because when teams win like that, fans walk around with their nose stuck up in the air and they think they're better than everybody. And the Patriots are probably going to be on the list for a while. I know they're not very good now, but when you win as many rings as they won in that short period of time, your fans start thinking that you owe them something. And they act like they deserve something, even though they don't. So the Patriots are probably going to be annoying for the next 4 to 5 years. And if they haven't gotten better by then, it might get better. Philadelphia Eagles have always been funny to me because Philadelphia is called the city of brotherly love, but yet all the outsiders say that the most toxic fans in all of professional sports, not just football, but also baseball and basketball, is Philadelphia. And how can you be the city of brotherly love when everybody hates you and you hate everybody? It just doesn't make sense. But the Eagles fans are just very, 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 very passionate. And the Eagles, one of those franchises that typically, generally, they have 2 or 3 really good years, and then they have 5 or 6 average years. So for whatever reason, their fans are very, very toxic, even though they haven't really accomplished a whole lot as far as winning Super Bowls. But it might just be because they play in the city of brotherly love, but yet you hate everybody, and it might just be annoying to people that you call yourselves the city of brotherly love, and yet you hate everybody. And the Dallas Cowboys are always going to be up there, if not number 1. They're going to be 2 or 3, not just NFL, but across all professional sports, because they haven't won anything since the turn of the century, but yet their fans still say they're America's team. I personally don't think they are. I personally think there's 3 or 4 NFL teams right now that have more fans than the Dallas Cowboys do. But according to their fans, they are the best team since sliced bread, even though they've been irrelevant for the most part for 25 years. They always have their head right above water, and that's it. They can see bottom, and that's it. You know, they're never a threat, but yet their fans think they're something. So the Cowboys are always going to be number 1, if not 2 or 3, not just in football, but in all professional sports. Any thoughts on this, please feel free to let me know. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. Bill bought a belt that didn't fit. It was a complete waste of money. And that does it for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.